Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2019 Lakeside World Championships, and it's ladies' quarterfinals day here at the home of World Darts, the Lakeside. We now introduce to the stage a BDO World Championship qualifier, twice a Winmore World Masters quarterfinalist. She's the reigning Japan Open champion, Miracle Mikuru Suzuki. We now introduce to the stage a two-time Lakeside World Championship semi-finalist, the former Europe Cup singles champion, a World Cup winner for the Netherlands, Racing Angel, Sharon Prins.
So ladies, follow that. We have had fantastic World Youth Final there.
Well, we've had a little look into the future, haven't we?
Just a little bit. Who will be the future of the ladies' game? There has been a little bit of distance between the averages in the first game of these two great lady dart players. Mikuru Suzuki, of course, taking out Lisa Ashton, Sharon Prins, the 30-year-old, 6 years the junior of Miki Suzuki. But ranking titles, more for Sharon. But Mace, do we really see Suzuki's the favourite here?
Yeah, absolutely, I would. Although of her lack of experience of playing steel tip, she's a predominant soft tip player in Japan. She's a mega star down there. She has dipped her toes in the steel tip marketplace. But as I said, predominantly, she's a soft tip player that's made the crossover, and with success. Yet to win a big steel tip title.
Yeah, Japan Open is very prestigious. I know that because a certain Andy Jenkins has told me on many occasions that when he won it, he was a millionaire. $1 million yen. I think it was about £12,000.
Well, the crowd have now settled. But all credit to Nathan Gervin, who played his part in that final.
I don't think it'll be the last time we see those two young men go at it.
Absolutely not.
Can't wait for it. Now, down to ladies on Ladies' Day. Great start for Sharon Prins. You may think that I'm repetitive, but every time I see Sharon throw, I think that action is beautiful to watch.
So is this one.
Straight up and down. I think the only weakness in the throw is that she holds the barrel towards the back and sometimes it leaves the hand quite late.
Yep.
But the higher ranked Prins of course, very used to being here and ever present, really, since she's been professional.
Yeah, I wouldn't class it a huge shock. I make Suzuki just a marginal favourite because her average was some 16 points higher from the first round. And by that very nature, it's impossible for me to make Prins favourite, but it certainly wouldn't be a shock if she beat Suzuki. Very, very capable.
95.
I think Suzuki's almost got to break a ceiling today, because she has been to the quarterfinals of the World Masters a couple of times and didn't manage to make the semis. So is there a bit of a block there, maybe? Well, it shouldn't be, considering she's got a bigger streak in soft tip than the Undertaker had in wrestling.
Sharon, a semi-finalist here in 13 and 15.
Level 17. She had a 1.56 in her first match, Sharon Prins, which at the time was the biggest finish of the tournament in both the ladies and the men's competition. That has now been gazumped by 3 160 checkouts.
Sharon didn't win a title in 2018, which is the seedings are based on for this one, as we watch her win the first leg. 15 for tops. 10s.
45.
Ooh, she could have her pocket picked here. Suzuki has not been in this first leg at all. Not going to win it.
Yeah, she didn't win a title in 2018, but her season's been littered with finals and semi-finals. Made something like 7 semi-finals in the season. 6 quarter-finals.
Double 2 now.
8.
Big misses on those doubles. May cost her now. Makes things a bit tricky. 75. Just about to say she knows to hit the bullseye, because that's what they go for in soft tip a lot, but she couldn't get the 25 to give herself a shot at the inner bull, which is worth 50 points. Inside on double 1. She didn't read the rule book on double 1. 1 up, 1 in is what you're supposed to do. 16 for double. Oh, bad dart from Suzuki. Means she has a dart in her hand that she can't finish the leg on. Can Prins get the madhouse this time?
Just what you don't need at the start of a tough match. Just to end up in the madhouse. Should be 1 up, 1 in. No, you've got to put the first one over. Top wire.
Got to give yourself a bit of a sight up. And twice now she's gone for double 1 and split it right at the start. Double 8 now for Suzuki. It's taken her a long time to get her sights in here. No sign of panic. Maybe there's a little bit of a sign there. She needed the single 1. Hasn't settled at all, Mikuru Suzuki. Too high on all 3.
Totally overcompensating for the nerves.
They both know that this match is very important. They're both on double 1.
2.
Welcome to the Madhouse Brigade. Who can get it?
No score.
Not Sharon.
Mikuru, you require 2.
She busts out a smile. She can see the funny side. If you can have a bad leg, it might as well be in the first leg.
No score. Sharon, you require 2.
We've all been there, Paul.
We have. It's very difficult when you're both missing it.
No score.
Suzuki was there just having some sort of old-fashioned workout, just shaking her hands.
That's like the video game, isn't it? Finish her!
No score.
Trying to shake the nerves off.
Sharon, you require 2.
They're both seeing the funny side of it now. Once this leg is over...
It's more embarrassment than anything, Paul, because you just get mortified up there when neither of you can check out.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I remember playing in the Key Club in Biker, and I threw 51 darts on the leg and lost it. That's in! to the glee of the crowd. That's the bad leg out of the way, and Suzuki, it's a break and throw, that's huge. It's a very short format match, this. First 2 sets, very much like the last 16. So in the context of the game, that could be huge. It's a section of the draw, which is very interesting indeed, because Dieter Hedman's out, Lisa Ashton is out, Corinne Hammond is out, Maria O'Brien and Colin Sherrick are the other 2 ladies in this half of the draw. It is Ladies' Day, of course. I'm wearing pink for Ladies' Day. What are you wearing, Mace? Pick a colour.
Yeah, all of them. The rainbow.
40.
How are you feeling at this point after you've had that bad first leg? And Suzuki has calmed down and is starting to play properly.
I don't think there's any kind of bonus. It was just the first leg. If you have that mid-match, you can have a bit of a hangover from it. But she doesn't need any more of those either.
She's had 2 of those. And it's nothing to do with the board or her darts. It's just bad luck, that.
Yep.
Throwing it against the flight, and it just hasn't had enough purchase on it. But I was just about to say, Suzuki's keeping everything straight, and then she hits a 1, so characteristic commentator's curse.
There's another one.
3 bounce out she's had. So unlucky.
You killed a black cat or something.
80.
A question here from Greg Smith. Yeah. I don't know what that's all about. How would have Maureen Flowers, where would she be in the game today if she was still playing?
Very highly ranked.
Yeah, right up there.
She was very good indeed. I mentioned yesterday she made the quarterfinals of the North American
Open men's. Yeah. You don't do that badly. She beat Leighton Rees as well.
41.
That ain't no accident.
No.
Kudu, you require 160.
I mentioned there's been 160s in this championship so far, which is currently
3.
sharing the prize. Scott Waits, Christoph Kachuk,
60.
and Ulla Mandegas, and they're all still in the tournament, so they still have a chance to snag that prize themselves, but I'm sure there's only one prize on their mind at this point, and there's a
25.
4th bounce out for Sharon Prins.
I don't know what is going on today.
100.
You're right, she might have trodden a black cat. She break a mirror backstage.
Well, those 3 are currently on £1,666 and 66 pence. For the
Dart players and their mathematics.
well, I preferred last night's idea of 1,600 quid each and put 200 quid behind the bar, but Scott is from Yorkshire after all.
12 leads 46. 10 or a 6. It's a 10. Double 18.
22.
Close.
Sharon, you require 140.
Well, this would be... It would be calmer, wouldn't it, if she'd have taken at the 140
Yeah.
after missing so many darts at double 1 in the last leg.
Well, she probably had 140 on the floor.
Mikuru, you require 36.
Easily. Double 18. Good miss, leaves double 16. Well, she's flown around the world to get here, and she's been all around the board on the double so far, and we're only 2 legs in. Good dart.
Great start. Double 15, go your own way.
75.
Well, she's left double 10, but she didn't mean to. She meant to go for double 15 there. That was a good 2 inches high. Double 4 now. That wire bent a little bit. That was so close.
Sharon, you require
You can see that the karma and the aura around Suzuki is a little bit flat. How much can she see of that double 10? Not enough.
No score.
We said as one.
Mikuru, you require 8.
She looks almost ticked off. She's not playing well. Bends the wire again. As that flight just obscured the bed. Yes, had to go high. It's about as much negative emotion as you get from Suzuki. Double 10. Double 7. Yeah, it's there. And a collective sigh of relief from the Dutch contingent in the crowd. It's 1-1 and a couple of very strange legs to start this match off. I think it's fair to say that talking about averages and doubles percentages right now, maybe not the right thing to do. Nerves can get to anybody. They can do funny things to your arm, your knees, because they do tend to knock up there. And they can fry your brain sometimes
60.
too. It's probably one of the reasons why you see so many young players throwing quicker. It allows them to not think as much.
100.
Rhythm, muscle memory players. That's pretty much
60.
the new breed. You've seen that already today.
And of course with soft tip darts for Suzuki, her darts will automatically land in the board at the same angle every time, because when the plastic point hits the hole in the board, it wobbles a little bit, but ultimately is perfectly perpendicular to the floor.
45.
Yep.
Whereas in a steel tip board, your darts can land in lots of different angles.
Well, depending if there's a hard piece behind or a hard bit of the board, or it catches a deflection.
60.
And of course there's more weight behind a steel point than a plastic point. So hers in a steel tip board do land a little bit more upright. So she has to make
85.
adjustments for what type of the game she plays.
Plenty of footage. We're playing soft tip to a very, very high level.
100.
Yeah, more often than not, she seems to come up against Natsumi Iwata in finals over in Japan. Someone who I think we may see in the future. She's got a
65.
beautiful action and
Makudu, you require
definite
96.
form. Triple 20 maybe for double 8. Might be okay. Can Prins get her highest checkout back?
Another one of those tops.
Give it a real chance.
81. Makudu, you
Choices on 66. I'll be very interested to see where she goes here. Conventionally, it's treble 10. Right there. One left. That's better. That's much better. 66 checkered for Suzuki. And that is a break of throw. She's in command again.
Game on.
Her average post that first leg problem on the doubles, it's been okay.
Have you tried those throwing sleeves, Mace?
I have, yeah.
76.
Doesn't work for me. I just don't. I mean, I used to play in a long sleeve shirt when I first started, and I think now if I'm ever at some kind of function and I'm dressed up, well, dressed up to impress rather than to play,
60.
it's all coming through a few darts. It feels just bizarre.
I actually quite like it.
Yeah, you used one for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, the only thing that
Oh, you
I
used to
don't
wear
like about the sleeves
You used
is
to wear a shirt underneath.
Yeah,
it was
the-
the same thing.
the almost body armor.
Yeah.
Just to try and keep warm, because I get cold so easily. But the thing about the
100.
sleeves, it's not so much the tightness of the whole arm you've got to get used to, it's the tightness of the top that pinches on your bicep.
28.
I can see the logic of it, because it keeps the whole elbow and forearm warm, and you want that to be the case. You don't want it to be cold at all.
And some extra stability around the elbow.
And of course,
60.
Anastasia Dobromislova she was one of the first steel tip dart players in Europe to start wearing that kind of thing. And if you guys out there fancy giving it a try, I would recommend it,
97.
because you never know what it could do for your game.
It's all about tiny little improvements and percentages.
One thing we know about the flights of Suzuki is that she's had them in
For a
little
while.
while. They've been battered. We do see a lot of players who use brand new sets of flights pretty much every day, but I don't think these ones have been taken out in a little while. They've definitely been practiced up.
Might be lucky ones.
There's quite a bit of superstition isn't there, in that part of the world? Especially with the number 8.
Yep.
11.
She's not having her best day, but she is in front. Get the feeling if Suzuki can get this game done, it will be a huge sigh of relief.
Well, Prins as well. She must be looking at this thinking, well, if I
45.
just found 70% of my game, this one's very, very winnable, because Suzuki's having a nightmare.
She's got very little mojo on that stage right now, in stark contrast to when she was baby sharking earlier.
81.
Both are feeling the adverse effects of that first leg.
Just goes to show both of these ladies played very well in their first encounters.
100.
Let's not forget, Suzuki beat Lisa Ashton 2-0. It's a lovely dart. He's 52.
She averaged nearly 80 in that one.
28 left. Confirmation from Anthony Dundas.
And we know that was far from the best version of Lisa Ashton.
74 left with 2 darts in hand. Doesn't get the treble 14, so it doesn't get a shot at a double. Prins to break back. Double 3. Can't use the last dart, and she's going to leave herself on double 1, or she can bust it. She can come back to double 14, hopefully, with Suzuki. Takes a little breath, exhales and tops. It will be for the set. She's got it. Maybe a set to forget, but it's in the bank for Suzuki anyway. And maybe the fact that that set is over, Mace, will give them the opportunity to just press forward.
Oh, shackles off time, isn't it? Should see them both play with a bit more freedom.
60.
Both are way, way better than how they've performed today.
When you're in this position as well, how do you get it back? Sometimes it's just about saying to yourself, I heard it from Dean Reynolds earlier in the week, he was concentrating at one point on just hitting 320s, just keeping it straight.
Yeah, I just, for me, it was just picking a spot above that 60 and just trying to put them all in that general area and hope to start finding a 60 with some regularity.
Yeah, start in the 20s and just start letting them drop.
Yeah. It's easier to make those initial adjustments, very much just like that.
100.
You can see already that they're a bit more focused now that that set is over.
100.
Maybe a little bit of urgency in this match is what it needs. One more set for Suzuki and she'll be through to play it against Fallon Sherrick or
41.
Maria O'Brien, and the bookies have Fallon Sherrick as the favourite for the title.
Yeah, she was outstanding in her first game. She looks the one to beat right now. But she's not won it before,
57.
so you'd have to look at Anastasia, who has plenty of experience.
This is the stuff.
140.
Rear 140 to get herself
Shannon, you require 144.
down to a very doable finish.
60. Mikuru, you
Now,
require 100.
Is it advantage Suzuki here, or is it advantage Prins? Time will tell. Maybe advantage Prins. She should get a shot at the ball here.
44.
Yeah, she misses the
Shannon,
treble
you
20.
require 84.
She'll go 14 ball. Make sure of the big 14. Ball.
39.
Missed by quite a
Mikuru,
way.
you require 56.
And those misses are giving Suzuki chances. Is she going to get a chance?
Prins is 1 from 25 on her doubles. Having an absolute nightmare. Miscounted.
She's actually thought of
24
it.
scored,
22 scored.
yeah.
Leaves double 17.
39.
Getting me at it.
mentally frazzled.
Shouting
Yep.
to require 45.
Double 16. Plenty of the bed to aim at.
13.
Can't find it. Now Suzuki did leave double 17, as we say. Well, you left it.
Yeah, you hit it. So 9 or a 1. Oh dear.
Now 1 for double 1. There's only one way you can get that. That.
No score.
No score. We're back to the same sort of thing that happened in the very first leg of the contest. Double 12.
8. Mikuru, you require 17.
Can't miss the 9 this time. Got so many choices from 17. 9 is hit. Double 4. Desmond. 2-2's in. If you'd have said to Mikuru Suzuki that she'd be averaging 51.6 after this point of the match, she would say I'd be 1 set down and 1 leg down, but she's actually 1 set up and 1 leg up.
Another question, Paul. What is the difference between soft tip and steel tip? Well, I don't play soft tip, but you do.
Well, essentially with steel tip,
100.
the darts are very sharp, and you're throwing at a board made of sisal with metal wires to separate the sections. With
121.
soft tip boards, you throw from 8 feet as opposed to 7'9 1/4" in steel tip. We throw at something that resembles an arcade machine, and it makes lots of funny
100.
noises, has a lot of bright lights on it, but the board is made of plastic and rubber. So it's very safe for kids to play,
58.
but the soft tip machine does all of the calculations for you, and it's wonderfully fun.
We play lots of different games on it, don't you? 701, 501, cricket.
Count up,
Yeah.
all sorts of things you can
56.
play against people around the world, because they're linked up to the internet.
There's a camera on the minute there, so you can see your opponent, and your opponent can see you.
Yeah, I was practicing for the World Championships. I had a
45.
break for an hour, played an hour of soft tip with Adrian Gray down in Hastings at the 180 Sports Bar, and it was just great fun for an hour. It took my mind off the pressure of practice.
And the points are
100.
actually plastic, and they screw in, don't they?
They do. Sometimes the points can break because they're made of plastic, but you just screw another one in. And sometimes the points get stuck in the board, but that's where the officials come and get a pair of
81.
pliers and
Mikuru,
pluck
you
it out.
require 145.
Just about to see if she can leave this handy. She might be in the driving seat. That's a very good
94.
treble 20 from Mikuru
Shouting, you
Suzuki.
require 100.
Trouble 20.
Straight up the middle.
Yep, treble 20 tops. Well, that's that bit taken care of. 2 darts in hand then to level the second set. 10s.
That's
Here's
better.
on the second leg. Sharon Prins.
It's not really about
Third leg, Mikuru
that
to
doubles
go
percentage.
first.
It's about getting
Game on.
chances now and taking them, and that is a very good outshot from Sharon Prins.
Well, she'll be, if she does lose this match,
100.
Prins, and watches it back, I wouldn't. Because you'll be absolutely fuming.
Are you the kind of player that would watch back games that you'd lost?
100.
More often than I watch the ones that I'd win. Don't learn anything from winning.
This is true. What is it the famous
55.
poker player Daniel Negreanu says? Not learning from your mistakes is the mistake.
Don't practice to get it perfect, practice to not get it wrong.
You're getting all philosophical in the commentary box
Glad
this
you
afternoon.
said that.
I almost got it wrong.
100.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Aristotle hour.
I'm not going to try and beat Sid Waddell. He had a degree from Oxford. Can't compete with that.
100.
It's a remarkable focus in the face of Sharon Prins. There's a lot to admire about her
60.
ability. Everybody is allowed a day off now and again. It's like John Part says, there are no days off, but sometimes you have a day off the board.
100.
Yeah, everybody can have an off day. I've seen the best of them do it.
Yeah, they're starting to find their range a little bit more in that 60, just staying straight. Suzuki's only 2 legs away from the match. Staying downstairs to try and get 96, and 58 will have to be.
141.
Great first start. Treble 10 now to lead double 16.
85.
She does have that dart now and again where it just shoots out of her hand.
I think that might be down to the grip, as you picked up on at the start of the match.
Double 16. Oh, that's better from Suzuki, and that's
like
key.
One away.
Game on.
Like buses, isn't it?
Yeah.
None of them can hit double 1, and then Sharon Prins takes at 100 check out, and Suzuki follows with an 88.
Missing is as infectious as hitting.
81.
Looks so much more relaxed now, Suzuki.
Seems to have picked up her tempo a little as well, I think.
Yeah, well caught. I agree with that.
60.
After this performance, you've got to think that whoever wins the match between Maria O'Brien and Fallon will be the favourite. But Suzuki, seeing that finishing line, she's not the kind of person who would slow down.
100.
She's not missing now.
Definitely
Not missing
a bit
at
more
all.
rhythm to that.
And the smile is back. That smile's going to get even bigger if she takes out 100, because that'll be match over.
60. Nikita Uniquire 100.
Can't miss. Double 10.
80.
She has missed. Time
She'll
on her
be
side
back.
though.
Yep. Plenty of time.
Maybe it's because she's not wearing a lucky headband.
140.
Damaged Nick Rolls' hand.
20.
Double 10. Yep, that's it. Mikura Suzuki has had one of those games this afternoon that she may want to forget, but she'll remember it for other reasons, because she is in the semi-finals of the Women's World Darts Championship, where she will play either Fallon Sherritt or Maria O'Brien. We'll find out who wins that game. But Japan have another win in the bank.